In today's video, I'm going to show you the most realistic and safest ways to reduce the cost of poultry farming. We are going to start from the least effective method and move step by step all the way to the most effective and most profitable method. This means you will want to watch until the end because many farmers focus on the wrong thing and end up spending more money without knowing where the real savings are. Most beginners think that reducing cost means cutting feed or skipping vaccinations or buying the cheapest inputs. But in reality, those shortcuts destroy production and increase losses. A smart farmer reduces cost without damaging growth, egg production, health, or survival of the birds. In fact, a smart farmer lowers cost by simply removing waste and improving planning. So let us begin with the least powerful method of reducing cost and move our way up to the most powerful method. The first method of reducing cost in poultry is through the market. This is the least powerful compared to the other methods we are going to discuss, but it still plays a role. Market mistakes make many farmers lose money without even realizing it. A farmer may produce eggs or broilers and then struggle to sell them, or they end up selling through brokers who take most of the margin. Sometimes the market is very far away, so the farmer pays for transport and loses time, and in the end, the profit becomes very small. To reduce losses from the market side, you need to produce what has a ready market near you. For example, if the demand for eggs or local chicken in your area is strong, you focus on that instead of guessing or trying what people in a different region are doing. This reduces transport costs and makes selling easier. It also reduces the risk of holding products for too long while looking for buyers. Another thing is to choose the right type of bird for the right market. If the market is paying for eggs, then layers make sense. If the market is paying for meat, then broilers or dual-purpose birds are better. If your area has customers who prefer traditional taste or free range, then local breeds can give better prices. When your production matches your customers, money does not get wasted. A farmer can also reduce costs by having direct customers instead of relying only on middlemen. I want to be clear, this is not said with any bad intention toward brokers or traders. Middlemen play an important role in the poultry value chain, especially for big farms with large numbers of birds, helping them move volumes efficiently and reduce marketing stress. Beginners with only a few birds, however, may not benefit much from middlemen. Selling directly to homes, shops, hotels, schools, and bakeries can improve price and reduce losses for small farms. When you have a stable buyer, you reduce price fluctuations and also reduce marketing stress. Some farmers even create supply agreements with small supermarkets or restaurants so that they are sure of demand before they produce. These market adjustments by themselves will not save as much money as the next methods we will discuss, but they remove unnecessary waste and increase the value of your product. For many farmers, just improving access to the right market can change the business from losses to small profit. But for serious cost reduction, we need to move deeper into the production process itself, starting with the health of the birds. The next way to reduce cost in poultry is by reducing mortality and disease losses. This one is more effective than market adjustments because every bird that dies is 100% loss. You have already paid for the chick, the feed, the labor, the time, the space, and sometimes the medicine. When a bird dies, all that money disappears instantly. Many farmers think they are losing money because feed is expensive, yet the real problem is that too many birds are dying along the way. The cheapest way to reduce disease cost is prevention. Vaccination schedules are not just theory, they save money. A vaccinated flock has fewer outbreaks, fewer treatments, and fewer emergency losses. Treatment is always more expensive than prevention. And when a disease outbreak starts, even the birds that survive usually lose performance. Broilers will not gain weight properly, and layers will drop in egg production. Biosecurity also plays a huge role. Allowing vehicles, visitors, wild birds, or rodents to enter the poultry house increases disease risk. A simple foot bath, a pair of boots, and controlled entry can prevent infections that would cost hundreds of thousands in treatment and mortality. Clean water, clean feeders, and clean litter reduce bacterial load and stress on the birds. Another silent killer of profit is overcrowding. When birds are too many in a small space, they get stressed, they fight, they damage each other, and they spread diseases faster. Overcrowded birds also eat more to maintain body temperature, but convert less feed into meat or eggs. Good ventilation is also important. Birds need fresh air, not heat and ammonia. Bad ventilation weakens the lungs and opens the door for respiratory diseases. When farmers improve mortality rates from something like 8% down to 3%, that alone can move the project from loss to profit even without changing anything else. But even this is not the most powerful method. To find the biggest savings, we must go to the center of poultry economics, which is feed. Now we move to the most powerful and most effective way of reducing the cost of poultry, and that is reducing feed cost without reducing nutrition. Feed alone takes between 65 to 75% of the total cost of production. That means even small improvements in feed efficiency create large savings. This is where the big money is saved when it is done correctly. The first thing to understand is that reducing feed cost does not mean starving the birds or cutting rations. That is the fastest way to destroy performance, slow growth, reduce egg production, and increase mortality. Real feed savings come from planning, sourcing, formulation, and management. One of the easiest ways to control feed cost is to buy in bulk whenever possible. Buying feed in small amounts every week is more expensive. The next part is feeding the correct nutrition at the correct stage. Chicks, growers, and layers do not need the same feed. Chick feed is expensive and must not be continued longer than needed. Feed wastage is another big source of loss that many farmers ignore. Birds spill feed when feeders are too low or too full. Even a small daily wastage turns into large losses over several weeks. Good feeder management alone can save a surprising amount of money. If you have knowledge in feed formulation, mixing feed locally is usually the cheapest, or using concentrates with local ingredients can also reduce cost. But this must be done correctly. Guesswork in feed formulation is dangerous. If the feed is too weak, birds perform badly and you lose money. If it is too rich, you waste expensive ingredients. When done correctly, the savings can be big. When all these feed strategies are combined, it is possible to reduce feed cost by 10% to 35% without reducing growth or egg production. This is why feed is the strongest lever for cost reduction in poultry. However, there is one more important message to share before we end, and it is about the shortcuts that destroy many farmers who are trying to save money. Some farmers try to save money by using shortcuts that look cheap today, but they destroy performance and increase losses tomorrow. For example, some people reduce the amount of feed, thinking they are saving money. But underfeeding slows growth in broilers and reduces egg production in layers. In the end, the birds take longer to reach market weight, consume more total feed, and bring less income. That is not saving, that is losing. Skipping vaccinations is another dangerous shortcut. Vaccines are cheap compared to treatment and mortality. When a flock gets hit by a preventable disease, the losses are far higher than the cost of vaccination. The same applies to using expired drugs or buying poor quality chicks from unknown hatcheries. Low quality chicks look cheap on day one, but they are the most expensive birds you will ever raise because they eat more, grow slower, and produce less. Some farmers also overcrowd their birds to save on housing space. This increases stress, fighting, heat, and disease pressure, and in the end, mortality increases and feed conversion becomes worse. Others even switch off lighting for layers to save electricity, not knowing that lighting controls laying. When you interfere with light, production drops within days and profit falls with it. A profitable poultry farm does not cut corners in the foundation areas that affect health, growth, and production. A profitable farm saves money by removing waste, improving feeding programs, improving survival, and connecting production to real market demand. That is how commercial farmers reduce costs safely and make money consistently. So in the end, the first way to reduce cost is to improve your market access. The second way is to reduce mortality and disease losses. And the most powerful way is to reduce feed cost without reducing nutrition. When these three are managed correctly, poultry becomes predictable and profitable, even when feed prices are high. To help farmers reduce feed costs safely, I have developed feed calculators and feed formulations for layers, broilers, and dual-purpose birds. You can find the link in the description to download the one that matches your project. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. And do not forget to watch the next video on your screen. I will see you there.